welcome to your English lesson. This lesson was recorded for you as an A2 student and also for you as a B1 student as a review. Because today we're talking about the future. Predictions of the future. So what do you think about the future? Do you think about the future at all? Maybe no, but think now for a moment. If you stop to think about the future, what comes to your mind?
Welcome to Texaco. You can trust your car to the system with the star. Checking oil. Checking landing gear.
Wow, got a great view of the Earth from here. Too bad we'll never set foot on her again.
Left, you see anything?
You must have the hottest special.
Will you go
must
buy
have
the
the
hottest
hottest
for life?
special.
Will you go
You
buy
must have
the
the
hottest
hottest
for life?
special.
Hey, guys, hey. All I want is a Pepsi.
Flying cars, video games all around, maybe teleporting. That's interesting. Well, if nothing comes to your mind, I'm going to help you with this exercise. So let's think about the 6 questions for a moment. When were you born? How many years ago was it? How old are you now? How old were you 10 years ago? What year will it be in 10 years? How old will you be in 10 years? Answer to each one of those questions and come back because we are going to compare our answers. Pause the video now. Now that you have already paused the video, let's compare our answers, shall we? Number 1, when were you born? I was born in 1985. Be careful with this collocation here, this structure. When were you born? Always use the verb to be with born when you talk about the time you came to the world. And it's always in the past because, So if you talk about people in general that were born in a moment in life, you always use this structure in the past. To give you an example, I was born in 1985. My parents were born in My best friend was born, okay? How many years ago was it? Well, as for me, it was 38 years ago. Again, the main structure of my question is, how many years ago was it? So in the answer, it was 38 years ago. How old are you now? How old are you? I'm 38 years old. You don't need to repeat years old every time when you talk about your age. So you could have said, I'm 38. That's enough. How old were you 10 years ago? I was 28, or I was 28 years old. What year will it be in 10 years? It will be 2033. We are in 2023, so it will be 2033. The main part of my question here is, will it be? So in the answer, it will be. And number 6, how old will you be in 10 years? I will be 48 years old. Compare your answers, correct any things that might be corrected, and let's go to our next one. Well, when we talk about predictions and the future, we use will. But in this slide, we're talking about its pronunciation. So pay attention to its pronunciation. We pronounce it will. And then the tip of your tongue will touch the sky of your mouth behind your front teeth here. So will. Say after me then to practice. I will. You will. He will, she will, it will, we will, they will.
But they will come.
I will go with you.
Don't worry, with time, this will become more natural. Now let's go to the abbreviated part. It's a little bit different because the words will be agglutinated, they will be all together, so we have to say it faster. Say after me then, I'll, you'll, he'll, she'll, it'll, will, they'll. Same pronunciation. The tip of your tongue, behind your front teeth, in the sky of your mouth. Okay?
Now what do you think you'll do?
You really think it'll rain?
She'll be here.
Now that you're a super ninja in this pronunciation, which is very important because if you practice your pronunciation, then your listening skills improve. Listen to the sentences, the full and the short future forms, and say after me, please. I will have a car. I'll have a car. She will be an astronaut. She'll be an astronaut. They will live in Argentina. They'll live in Argentina. Go back in the video and say those sentences again in order to practice, because now we're going to the next exercise. In this exercise, you will practice your listening skills regarding the pronunciation of I will or I'll. He will, he'll. So let's read those sentences before we listen to the audio. Say after me, please. Sentence 1. A, I take photos. B, I'll take photos. Sentence 2. A, we'll have time. B, we have time. Sentence 3. You'll live in a house. B, you live in a house. Sentence 4. They'll do the chores. B, they do the chores. Now that you have already repeated all those sentences, let's listen to the audio. Let's listen to the audio. You should choose A or B. Only one is correct for each number, okay?
1. I'll take photos. 2. We have time. 3. You'll live in a house. 4. They'll do the chores.
Good one. Now we will listen to the audio again, and I will show you the answers. So pause the video and do the activity. Now that you have already paused the video, let's listen and check those answers.
1. I'll take photos. 2. We have time. 3. You'll live in a house. 4. They'll do the chores.
If you have any questions, it's important that you listen to the audio once again and repeat all along with the girl, the woman from the audio, okay? Well. Still talking about predictions, let's read these predictions about the world in 50 years now. And you should guess the missing verbs on those gaps. Then we listen and check. So let's think for a moment. Number 1, we will in houses controlled by computers. What's the possible word there? 2, we will objects to distant places in a very short time. 3, we will down a lot of trees. 4, the weather will. 5, there won't enough water. 6, we will other planets. 7, we will on other planets. What are the possible words? For those gaps? Pause the video and try to guess. Now that you have already paused the video, let's listen to the audio and check those answers.
We will live in houses controlled by computers. We will send objects to distant places in a very short time. We will cut down a lot of trees. The weather will change. There won't be enough water. We will visit other planets. We will live on other planets.
I hope you got all of them right. Do not worry, there are other possibilities, but in this exercise, you should follow the listening. Before we go on, I'd like you to think for a moment about these sentences from 1 to 7. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? What do you say? To give you an example, number 1, we will live in houses controlled by computers. I don't know if I agree with this one. I prefer to live in a house controlled by me, human, because I think computers don't understand humans fully. What do you think? Number 2, we will send objects to distant places in a very short time. With that one, I agree, because I believe in the future there will be teleporting. So we will transport electronics and people, food, everywhere around the world in seconds. What do you say? 3, we will cut down a lot of trees. I cannot say that I agree with this one because we cut down a lot of trees now. So in the future, there will be no trees. Who knows? What do you think? 4, the weather will change more, right? What do you say? 5, there won't be enough water. I don't want to agree with this number 5 because if there is no water, there will be no life. So for me, there will be water. We are going to learn how to filter water from the sea. This technology already exists, and there will be water for everyone. What do you think? 6, we will visit other planets. Yes, but no. I think we will visit other planets, but with our minds, not our physical bodies. What's your opinion about that? And 7, we will live on other planets. No, I don't think so. We don't know how to take care of our own planet. About other planets? No, thank you. Let's stay here. What's your opinion?
The end of the world.
Now that you have already given your opinion on those sentences, let's go to our exercise. Last exercise of the lesson. Think about yourself in 50 years. Use the sentences that I'm going to present to help and give details. Write a short text, just like this one in the example. Alice says, in the year 2075, I'll be 63 years old. I'll be about 6 feet tall and I will weigh 165 pounds. My hair will be gray. I'll be married and I'll have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. My husband will be an astronaut. I'll be an engineer and I'll live on the beach in a beautiful house. I'll drive an electric flying car to work. Your job here is to use those questions to guide you. How old will you be? What color will your hair be? Where will you live? How tall will you be? Will you be married or single? Will you have children and grandchildren? How many? How much will you weigh? What will you do? I also brought an example for you of my own. So in the year 2073, 10 years from now, I'll be 88 years old. I'll be a grandma. I'll probably have silver hair. And I'll be smaller because old people don't grow, they diminish. I'll be married and we will live in a big house by the sea. I'll have 4 grandchildren and my cookies will be the best on earth. I'll drive a flying bike around the city and sell my cookies to everyone in the city. Now it's your turn. I hope you have fun and create a nice text. And don't forget to send the text to me. See you next class.